Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today I wanted to take the time to dive into the PTR and show you every single change and new thing that is sort of here, whether it is something that comes like as a part of the patch or if it is truly new to ZOD. We're going to focus on the truly new to ZOD features, but there are going to be a few things that I just want to highlight and point out that are just coming with the patch because there are differences that I've either talked about in these chain of videos covering the Phase 7 everything coming, or it's just something that's really important that I think you guys would want to know about. But before we get in the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first off, we are here at Light's Hope Chapel. So this is obviously the hub for Naxxramas and Phase 7, and Nax is obviously going to be live, as well as the Scourge Invasion is going to be live here on the PTR as well. But I wanted to take the time to show you all those quests I had mentioned that Agran commented on our other video about. So like an example is right here. We can talk to him and we can get Binding of the Dreadnought, which is that 30 Dark Iron Scraps quest, and that gives us the Insignia of the Dawn. So those quests actually are in the game, and now I can actually show you exactly what I mean. So we're not going to go and farm those, but they do give good gold, and each one of these people give another one. So that's Crypt Stalker, that is the Bone Scythe Fragments, this is the Elemental ones, and then out here is the Druid with the Savage Flora quest. And then if we come over here to the Quartermaster, this is where we turn it in, and this is going to be the new gear that is coming. So if you're Exalted, these cost left, but I am Revered, so this is the superior armaments of the Dawn. So we get 7 Insignias of the Dawn, 7 Insignias of the Crusade, and you'll be able to get one of these rewards. So you can get the Sanctified Ring, which has 44 healing and 15 spell power, a Sanctified Tank Ring, which is 24 stamina and 9 defense, which is really good. Vortimir's Last Resort, which is a 60 spell power, 1% crit dagger. Obviously not as good as some other thing, but decent catch-up loot. Then a 30 slot bag. I'm over here using 20 slot and 18 slot, so doing this alone would just be great for the 30 slot bag that you can get. Then we have some Sanctified Plague Hunter leggings, and an actual Sanctified leather helm that is Sanctified. So they upped these to Epic, as well as they gave them spell power and stuff. So two things that really jump out at me is like this ring, because it'll be a Sanctified piece, might be really early and good for tanks early, as well as this healing ring. Once again, Sanctified piece, not too worse than the other ones, but because it's Sanctified, it'll give you that % bonus going into the first week, so something that you might want to go after. Then we have the epic armaments here, which we have the Amulet of the Dawn, which is 23 spell power, and it is Sanctified. Bracers of Hope, which is 37 spell power and 37 healing power and 13 spell power. Once again, a Sanctified piece, so that might be worth getting. Then these bracers, which are pure stats with 12 strength, 20 agi, which could be good once again because it's Sanctified. This neck is 1% crit and 36 attack power. Talisman of Ascendancy. So this is a really interesting trinket. Normally, it's never been like good. But it's a weird spell power trinket. I've never, we heavily debated it back in original, and we determined it wasn't good. However, it is buffed and ZOD, so maybe play around with it, it might be better. Then the Purifier, which is a 1 crit, 18 attack power gun. So once again, the Sanctified pieces are going to be pieces that you might want to go after. Like this neck would be good, bracers could be good as well. These other pieces just really depends, but as you can see, it's 45 and 45 if you're Revered, so you're going to be farming a ton for those. I would definitely recommend the 7/7 for the bag, but that is pretty much it at Light's Hope Chapel. I want to head over here and show you some new NPCs that have been added to Season of Discovery. So right over here by this graveyard, there are 2 NPCs that are not there, and I don't remember them ever being here, and they have some really interesting dialogue here. So he says, I am Groklo, son of Moklo. It is an honor to be posted at the most dangerous part of the encampment, my peacekeeping unmatched. Krog and I used to guard the mighty gates of Orgrimmar, where we perfected the good guard bad routine, etc., etc. So there isn't really anything that he tells us, it's just some really cool dialogue. And then we have Brother Lectus, the Soul Seer. And he said, you won't have a brain when you crack open their skull, but every ghoul, every shade, every zombie, every skeleton, banshee, abomination has a soul. They all have one, and they weren't so different from me and you. So he prays for their souls, and I pray for all of them. I'm like 99% sure these are new NPCs here. I actually stumbled across them heading to the next part, which is obviously the Scarlet Enclave. I have covered it in depth, but I'm going to go over here and just show you it because I think it will be really beneficial to look at it again and highlight some of the cool aspects of it, because they are definitely, this is definitely the most hyped I am for Zod that I've been in a very long time. Just the idea of a brand new raid being put in there is just something that it's amazing, and there's no other word to describe it. So when we're pulling up here at the Scarlet Enclave, two things. One, the meeting stone is here, and I want to show you something really cool with this. So it says meeting stone. It doesn't say Scarlet Enclave yet, but it does say 58 to 60, and you can actually, if you go into a party, you can click on the meeting stone and it will make a summoning portal. Alrighty, so we were able to invite this rogue here on the PTR, and if we go to the meeting stone right here, we have him selected, and we can actually click on it to start a summoning portal. Now this is something that I don't know if it's ever been in the PTR. It is something that, you know, would be kind of crazy if we enabled meeting stones and they work. Now this one is a new one, so that could be the case. I will definitely go to Orgrimmar and test RFC or an older one to see if they're active as well, because I think that would be a big indicator. But as you can see, meeting stone summoning portals are open here on the PTR, which is kind of crazy. So anyway, that is it, and I will head in there and show you the other stuff with the Scarlet Enclave. So I'll see you then. Whoop. Alrighty guys, so at the back corner of Tyr's Hand right here, we have the gates open to the Scarlet Enclave raid. Obviously this is the same that I covered earlier on in the PTR when this was just first announced, and we got it dropped with a little hint. Now something very, very interesting is if we look at these carts right here, this is KT's flak right here in the back of the cart. Now, there is an invisible barrier, but as you can see, there hasn't much changed. It looks exactly kind of like the Scarlet Enclave that we see. That wall is built up over there. That is something new. That wall wasn't there. It was just kind of unguarded, undeveloped territory. So it does kind of look like it is being developed a little bit. I tried everything I knew to try to get into here, but it definitely was not up and working. So we have walls added that we can see, and it looks pretty cool. But this flak is pretty interesting because that is the last item that drops off a KT and gives a really powerful trinket. But as you can see by this little picture, it is nearly identical to it. Now, it might not be KT's, but it could like tie into the story of how we lost it, because it does come back to from here. Like, we kill them, and then we take it, and then we turn it into Lights Up Chapel, and then by Wrath of the Lich King, it's just back there, and he's resurrected, is kind of how the story goes. So it could tie into that. We could actually see some story develop with this, how the Scarlet Enclave came to be before Death Knights. Like, they could deep dive into that. But there isn't too much other than the Summoning Stone being active, as well as you can see the Enclave from here. I tried to die and go through it. I tried everything I knew, and none of that worked. So that is just pretty awesome stuff. And now I am going to head over and show you Karazhan, and we'll be there in a bit. So I'll see you then. Alrighty guys, so I went over here to Orgrimmar. I know I said I'd test Kara next, but I am here in Orgrimmar, and we are at a meeting stone, and it does look like that we cannot interact with these. I even joined a group with this Vara person, and as you can see, this meeting stone is docile. So it does appear that it is just the two new meeting stones that are causing this, and it is not an indication of it being active everywhere else. Just want to show you this. So I definitely would probably say that we're not going to see it. It's just a side effect of them putting down newer meeting stones for the new instances that they created. However, we'll head to Karazhan, we'll test it there as well, and I will show you all of the fun stuff with Kara. So I'll see you then. Voop. Alrighty, so we've made it to Karazhan. As you can see, we are right here on the map, so it is like the west/western side of it to get here. And if we look around, there's not much different. However, we do have the crypts, which are very different. there is a meeting stone here, and as you can see, we do not get the cogwheel to interact with it, so it does really appear like that is a Scarlet Enclave meeting stone thing. We do have a deceased adventurer. It is friendly, so this makes me think it's going to be a quest or something to do with the attunement for Karazhan Crypts. However, it could be just them paying an homage to people dying here to go into the Karazhan Crypts, because normally you have to die to go in. As you can see, there is a portal here, and it is an invisible gateway that we can no longer blink through, as well as they have that force field there. However, we can see that the map is actually kind of developed there, which does not happen on the live server. But if you're interested, I definitely made that Exploring Karazhan Crypts video, same with the Enclave, so if you want more about that, that's it. But pretty much this hasn't really changed. We'll definitely see more in 3 days when it goes live, and I cannot wait to get in there. It's like a first like real actual new dungeon. DFC was kind of like straight obviously new encounters, new stuff like that, but DFC kind of felt like they just reused the area. This actually feels like it's going to be new and exciting and something you could really get after it. I know people are very nitpicky about new content, but it's all new to me, and I really, truly enjoy it all, so I can't wait to get into Karazhan Crypts. But anyway, the final one is going to be in Booty Bay to show you the real vendor, so I'll see you there. Voop. Alrighty guys, so we're here in Booty Bay, and we have discovered a few new things that allowed me to, I had to bring over my character here and get my Tarnished Undermine reels. So firstly, we have these new cosmetics. So we have a few of them that you will be able to transform into a bone golem, a troll, a ghoul, and a skeleton. So very similar to all the other transformation things that are already in there, but new ones with Naxxramas themes. Then new and awesome is over here at the Undermine Reel Trader. We're able to get war-torn Undermine supply crates, which is very, very cool, very interesting. These are new, very similar to these damaged ones, so I'd imagine these war-torn ones are going to be dropping some pretty cool stuff. Then as far as the other loot goes, nothing new jumps out at me. It is exactly the same as it is on the normal server, nothing new. But we do have these war-torn Undermine supply crates, so I'm going to buy 4 of these. I only had 44 reels, unfortunately, and then we are going to open them, and you guys are going to see what is going to drop from these. So we are going to open this war-torn cloth scraps, thorium ore, and essence of fire. Then we got war-torn chain, winter squid. Then we get essence of fire, Grom's blood, and war-torn leather. And then we get Essence of Fire, War-Torn Chain, and Plague Bloom. So these look to be the same loot table. The only difference is idols have been replaced with the War-Torn Scraps, which is going to be awesome. So that way it's not gate-kept, and Nax isn't the only way to get these. So I'm very happy to see this be added into the game, and it'll be quite interesting to see what people think about these. But it's awesome to see this just be added right away into a new patch, instead of it be like added halfway through and people be like, what the heck, why couldn't we get these, and so on. But anyway guys, that is all the changes I have seen. We're going to cover one more thing in Orgrimmar with the Shoulder Enchants, and then that'll be it for everything that I have discovered in the PTR, so I'll see you then. Then finally is the new Shoulder Enchants that have been added. A lot of people keep asking me about this specifically, so they're all right here. And we just sort of grab these and you put it on your shoulder and they work. So whichever one that you wanted to get to add, you can just sort of grab it, put it on, and it works exactly how you'd expect it. It doesn't overlap current Shoulder Enchants. So like this is a really good one, Ferocious, on my tank. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to my shoulders right here. And bam, so as you can see, we'll add that, and we keep our 30 attack power, and we have the Ferocious Focus. As far as what we do to get these, I don't know. They haven't given us any information, any hints, but it is here on the PTR. It does work, and I'd imagine it's tied to upgrading our trinket. That's the only like new currency that really jumps out to me. and something like that. When your trinket gets upgraded, maybe you get the ability to purchase one. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to see with this, but they said it's going to be something that's super easy to get and very self-explanatory. So I'd imagine it's a system with those sort of emperor things that you use to upgrade your trinket in order to get what is best or try out what you want. But as you can see, it works perfectly fine. But anyway, guys, that is it for all my exciting PTR discoveries, things like that. I just wanted to go over the shoulders again because everyone keeps asking me about them if I know anything, but it works as intended, and the system to discover it hasn't been implemented yet. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have anything additional you'd like to add, definitely drop it down below. I always love reading those comments. And until next time, I'll see you later. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.